Ministry has announced mock drills tomorrow, the 7th of May, for as many as 244 districts. There are 3 categories of districts that have been listed in the government notification, and these are measures that are taken as a precaution. Let me understand how it worked the last time around. 54 years ago was the last time, in 1971, when we experienced this sort of a mock drill. With me is S. Balakrishnan, Executive Editor, Free Press Journal. Hello, Bala.
Hi.
Tell us, what is your memory, if you can share from the time that you experienced a mock drill in Mumbai.
Afrida, the first time was in 1962 during the Chinese aggression, and there were extensive precautions were taken at that time, and I was in the high school studying there, and we were told the regular instructions were given by our teachers, saying that all the glass windows, everything should be covered with brown strips of paper from inside. The idea was to prevent light from going out. At the same time, if the school is bombarded something, the splinters don't fly out.
Oh, okay.
So, and they don't hit the eyes or anything like that of the student. And we were asked to crawl below the table. All these mock drills were conducted.
You do have a memory of crawling under a table as a child?
Definitely.
Okay.
It was very exciting at that. We didn't realize the gravity of the whole thing.
Okay.
And there were regular air raid sirens were there. Both in the mock drill and also in real terms also there were air raids were there, ear piercing kind of air drill, and there was a panic in the minds of people in terms of ration. There was a ration of food grains and all that in those days, that further this one, and there was a fear that Mumbai's water supply might be kind of affected by the spice or whatever it is kind of thing. So there was a sense of fear kind of all around.
I believe for quite a long period, and what I read online is for about 13 days there was this entire curfew of lights, blackout was there. So it must have been a very, very traumatic period.
Very traumatic period, and then we were not allowed to go out, especially after sunset. It was a strict no. Even during the day, people were told to restrict their movements and go out of homes or offices only if it is absolutely necessary. Whole of Mumbai was in a silent mode kind of thing. There were hardly any people on the streets, and like what I said, a sense of fear was pervading over there. And psychologically also, we as a nation did not perceive ourselves to be strong enough to take on the might of the Chinese soldiers.
So that was that you're talking about the
62,
Chinese 62.
1962. But then subsequently came the 1971, the Bangladesh war, the liberation of Bangladesh, and of course there was a lot of action which was seen then you had 65 war was there with Pakistan, 62 with China, 65 with Pakistan,
and 71 with Pakistan.
And then but that was more in the border states, Rajasthan, Punjab, and the Kashmir in those over there. But still, we were all asked to contribute. I still remember the Lal Bahadur Shastri appeal for people to donate gold. So my mother, most of her gold jewellery, we went and we gave it to the nearest bank. And then we were given a small sheet acknowledging our contribution. So there was a sense of participation from across the country.
You were also saying, the patriotic fervor was whipped up with songs in the theatres.
We were shown kind of patriotic films in Marathi, Hindi films and all that in cinema theatres, free of cost, of course. So we used to come out and then shouting patriotic slogans and all that. But the sense of involvement of the whole nation, both in 62 and 65, was unbelievable.
You have a vivid memory of that.
Extremely vivid memory of that kind of thing.
So does it bring back those memories now when you're looking at, we are in 2025? Do you think things will be along those lines? Because a mock drill, as I understand it, is basically done so that people can be aware of the process and procedure. If there is an enemy air flight that comes in, you have to black out so that the pilot gets that disorientation, entering a completely dark chamber sort of a thing. So it is in order to ensure that, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's right.
So tomorrow, if there's a mock drill, it will be some sort of a preparing ourselves, by going through that drill, which could happen. I mean, eventuality of that is something that we are envisaging, and therefore we are preparing. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, what happened from 65, then we had the 71 war, but 71 we were completely dominating. So there was not much of, everybody knew that we are going to win and we are going to liberate Bangladesh, and in the western sector also we were at the top of the situation. But now from 71 till now, a strong sense of complacency is taking place in our country. Whether the middle class or the lower middle class or whoever it is kind of thing, everybody feels अरे कुछ war कुछ हो नहीं होगा, वो सब सुलटा देंगे, America will help us, Russia will help us, there will be no war whatsoever, there will be limited kind of actions from the government, Modi government. They already stopped the water from Chenab river, and then few other dams have been closed down and all that. But still there is a fear that Pakistan might retaliate, because Pakistan made his Nawaz Sharif, Shahbaz Sharif has made it very clear that if you stop Indus water, we will see it as an act of war, and then they will respond accordingly, kind of thing. Still there is yesterday when the Home Ministry announced on the blackout details and the drill, mock drill tomorrow and all that, slowly now people are beginning to feel, yeah, this is something which might impact me personally.
Yeah.
So people are thinking in terms of what will happen to my property, what will happen to my children, my school, my offices, kind of thing. So those fears are now since yesterday, when this circular came out, it is there. But I am certain that the feeling of patriotism is very, very strong. It is not something which is displayed only in cricket matches, but in real life also. There will be a strong kind of unity, cutting across all religions, caste, creed, everything together. India will stand as one man.
Because yesterday, Bala, if I am not wrong, you had an hour-long meeting of Rahul Gandhi and Prime Minister Modi. It is only under exceptional circumstances that you have these closed-door meetings with the opposition leaders, even though it was for CBI director, I mean, ostensibly.
It is more there.
But now we don't know, I mean, obviously, not everything is put out.
It's quite possible that Rahul has been personally briefed by the Prime Minister about what's happening, and the Congress party has declared its support for whatever efforts they are taking to, get even with Pakistan after the post-Pahalgam incident, the massacre. And I'm certain that we will demonstrate our unity and give a fitting reply to whatever Pakistan might think of doing.
If I got you correctly, and this is the last question I want to ask you, you said that this is a civil defense preparedness, I understand, but this is in preparedness that Pakistan might strike first, or you think in the eventuality of we strike and there's a retaliatory also this applies?
Right now the fear is that Pakistan will strike first, because we are already this is a game of chess. We already made our move. We are stopping their water, and millions of people are already affected. People are walking on the riverbed of Chenab there in Pakistan, kind of thing. These visuals are really upsetting them. And if we are able to stop the thing, 25%, at least 25% of Pakistan GDP will go down. And already they are economically extremely vulnerable. So the shutting of the water will be just like kind of choking the oxygen for them. Pakistan will retaliate. They can't afford to keep quiet. They have no choice. And it is the ISI. It's very significant that the ISI chief has been made the national security advisor by the Pakistani Prime Minister.
That itself is a message.
Exactly. So the hawks are taking over in Pakistan, and they have no stakes in Pakistan. Most of these officers, they got huge investment in the US and London and all that. They have no stake, nothing in Pakistan. So since Pakistan has no stake, it will be in a more desperate condition to attack India. Whereas we have got a huge stake. Our economy is so big. We have got so many projects going on. The strong fear is that Pakistan will strike us first.
Thank you so much, Bala, for giving us
thank you so much.
An idea of the mock drills and for sharing your memories. But we will be putting links with this video as well for viewers to understand what is the process and what you can do to stay prepared for this.